Hello everyone and welcome back to No Man's Land, episode 77. We're almost there. Now, we're going to start by putting this guy to work. He is going to jump into here and he's spraying herbicide, which is showing as not having any effect. Interesting. Usually the colour does change. This should be a preventative layer of herbicide, I hope. If we get weeds after, I'll be quite disappointed. Anyway, this is what we need to do. So if I turn this back on, there we go, we can see our previous path that we made. And yeah, today we're going to get all of the seeds, all of the fields planted. Now I do not actually think that this is enough seed. So what I'm going to do is, before we launch into this, I'm going to quickly go and grab another pallet, a full pallet. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we are now filled and we're going to get cracking. So we'll start with this field, then I think we're going to move to that smaller one up there. This one here in front of us in the alleys is going to be a bit tricky, and I think I may even have to leave one row empty. So yeah, I may not do that one on camera. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start a time lapse, and I'm going to whiz through this field and that field and get them both done, and I will see you when we're sorted. last headland. And this has actually taken a lot longer real time than I thought it would. The other field, like I said, I will do that off camera, because we are going to sleep so that we go to the next day. That gives us a chance to actually get a bit of growth in before the next episode. Because typically what happens is I sleep in between episodes, and we do the episodes during the day. But I think in this case it would be good to not do that. So, what's best? I think the best option is for us to drive this way. We can go through, and we can park this guy down here. Now, we've got stuff to sell, obviously, a lot of it, but I think what we need to do first is we need to get ourselves some silage. So I don't know how much silage we have left. So what I'm going to do is... I need to repair. I need to repair the sprayer because he's a bit damaged. I think it's a good idea to do that. Let's hop in here. Repair 234. Seems like an absolute bargain, to be honest. I'm going to drop him here because I know we're not going to do any more spraying today, but we will tomorrow. So it makes sense to actually have that option. Have him up here next to where we buy the spray from. So we need to grab the large trailer, which is lurking somewhere out here. This guy does struggle a little bit with the large trailer, but it's not suitable to use the dually for the silage. It's only a 17,000 litre capacity. It just takes too long. So I'm going to take this over, get him filled up. We'll see how much he ends up with. We may even have more than one load left, but I'm not completely sure. So I'll come back to you once I've got this guy filled. I've got a full load here, and there is actually a little bit left in the pit. Not a massive amount, but a small bit left. So I'll collect that off camera, because once we've tipped this, that's it. I'm going to go and plant in that final field. We are skidding everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to go and plant in that final field, and yeah, I'll get the last bit of silage, and then when we come back it will be the morning. But obviously I'm going to do that stuff off camera. So this is the last job for us for today, but not for the episode, just for the day. We will still have more work to do tomorrow. Don't get stuck. Come on. He does this sometimes. He likes to get stuck. So now I have to go full ram. There we go. Perfect. So that's 45,000 litres it's going to process. It will all process before midnight, including the bit I'm going to go and pick up. So, I will see you in the morning when we've got everything sorted. Okay, ladies and gents, so it's the next morning, and I am putting some fertiliser, some compost tea, onto all of the fields. They all need their second application. This field, I was stupid. I was meant to actually put slurry on here so that I didn't have to do any spraying at all. But I completely forgot. Went ahead and did the seeding, and now obviously it's too late. Well, I could spread slurry, but it would just be ridiculous. Now, I wanted to put tram lines into all the fields, but this is actually still on first stage growth. However, I have a feeling it will actually change from first stage while I'm doing this. That one ahead is on third stage, I think. It's not. I don't think it's on the last. No, it's not on the last. So it's on third stage. So that one definitely will have some tram lines. That one has been weeded already though, because we sprayed herbicide. This one here, of course, hasn't had herbicide and it's going to need it. So we're just going to get them all done. Basically that's what the rest of this episode is, pretty much. I think we may have to do a second time lapse, just because there's a lot to do here. It does mean 2 episodes in a row with 2 time lapses, and I'm very sorry about that, but it's just what we've got to have, really. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. Now for the other field, the one which I am going to put tram lines in, I think I'm trying to decide if I should do it with this tractor or with the other one, because with the other one I can put GPS on. I'm not sure. I'll decide during the time lapse. We're going to leave that field for last, because this field here and the one in the top, they can be done with this sprayer. The one in the trees needs to be done with the smaller sprayer, because this machine is too wide, it will get caught on the trees. So yeah, let's now whiz through. If the crops change and they grow during this, it doesn't matter, because I don't mind tram lines. But yeah, let's see.
Come take my hand, I will walk with you. I won't let go till you say so. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. Wanna make sure that you understand. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no one other. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. I wanna stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you there is no tomorrow. We could be in for the best ride. Want this to last for the rest of our lives. Without you there is no tomorrow. Sometimes I wonder where you came from. You are special, yeah, you're special. Everything about you is so beautiful. I am all yours if you let me stay. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no another. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. Stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you there is no tomorrow. We could be in for the best ride. Want this to last for the rest of our lives. Without you there is no tomorrow.
I did cut the time lapse during doing this field, because this field, it just looks so unrealistic when I'm sticking a boom purposely through trees. It just looks silly. But I did finish fertilising, and then I bought a pallet or an IBC of herbicide, and I'm currently just going around spraying off all the weeds. You can see it's quite simple to do this when you've put fertiliser down, because it removes the fertilised texture. Now, I put crop growth onto off. That was because I realised it was going to be much easier for me to actually see the weeds being killed if the plants were still in this state. So I decided I'd leave it to make life easier. So as soon as we've got all of the weeding done, we will put plant growth back on, because as I said, the field over there, I purposely am going to put tram lines in, so it doesn't actually matter. So yeah, we're going to go around, get some weeding done. I'm probably just going to do it all off camera actually, because I don't want to do another time lapse. So I think we'll just have to jump cut. Now the reason I'm still using this sprayer and not the much bigger one is because this sprayer cannot be emptied. So it makes sense for me to try and get as much of the herbicide out of here as possible, because otherwise I'm just going to lose it. Because this sprayer is probably going to be sold. We have absolutely no use for it. Although, having said that, I'm not selling any of the other equipment, even if I don't need it anymore. So, perhaps we should keep it. We'll leave it with the farm when we leave. I think that's a better compromise, really. So we'll do that. So I won't sell it. But I'm still not going to leave herbicide in it. I'm not leaving free herbicide. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm now going to grab the big sprayer, and I'm going to finish off the weeding on both the fields, and then come back to you when we're ready to make some tram lines. So look at this. All 3 fields perfectly fertilised, no weeds. So now all we've got left to do is this field down here. And like I said, we're going for tram lines, but I've got to do this carefully, because I don't want to destroy more crop than needed. I don't know if I've ever made tram lines on a recording. I know I've done it on my offline games several times, but on a recording, I'm not sure. This could be the first time. So, let's give it a go. Try very, very carefully to stick to the middle. So if we miss a little bit at the edge, I'm not worried, because on the edge we can of course just run around and dangle our boom in. If only this was 22 where I could turn off the boom as well. Well, there are actually some on 19. I'm sure there was somewhere you could adjust which hoses turned on, so you could have just like the left ones or just the right ones. That would be handy in this case, because I am going to waste compost tea, but even if I waste it, I will not be destroying crop, so that's not too bad. So we're doing well here. It is taking all my concentration though to do this, and I'm trying to talk at the same time, but I'm really just I'm staring, like really staring at the screen. First pass done. Okay. That was successful. So second pass. We need to pick the right crops to go in on. These ones here I think would be right. There may be a small gap. No, we're good. I think we probably should have actually been overlapping very slightly, but it's okay. And we have some areas that are dark blue already. Not sure why. Yeah, got no idea about that. Right, as I said, we've done loads of time lapse recently and a lot of spraying in this episode. This episode has been mainly spraying. So I'm now going to jump cut, and at the end I will show you how my tram lines are looking. So we're just doing this wasteful bit on the edge, just because it was the area that we couldn't get to. And I am very pleased with those tram lines. So I'll show you. You can see them in here. They are all perfectly spaced. I'll zoom up and show you in the air once I've done this. But I am very happy. Like I said, it took me a lot of concentration to keep going in the right direction, but I did do it. Normally when I do tram lines I actually end up doing a circular path, but because this is a row crop it doesn't really make any sense to do that, which is why I thought, well, we may as well not. Uh-oh, that was a bad move. Okay, so let's just hop out. I will go for a little fly. You can see them. I'm happy with that. That's a pretty good job. No crushing of crops. The tiny section there that I just could not get to. But that's fine. That's the only section in the entire 4 fields that has not been fertilised. But they've all been completely weeded. There's no lime. They don't need ploughing. These are the maximum yield fields. I think that's probably going to be the thumbnail title for this episode. Maximum yield fields. So, next time we should be harvesting. And I say that because I'm about to go in here and put plant growth to normal. There is some stuff that needs to be fixed in between episodes, so I'm going to do a bit of selling. I'm going to sell some pallets, I think. I also need to move over some planks. They've got planks in the sawmill that can be moved over. Yes, there's stuff to be sold, and we can't do it all in the episode, so I'm going to have to do some outside. But I will do that. But for now, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.